Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into the groundbreaking Blockchain Revolution by Don Tapscott and Alex Tapscott. Published in 2016, this illuminating work explores the transformative potential of blockchain technology, most famously the backbone of Bitcoin, to overhaul the way we bank, conduct transactions, and do business on a global scale. Beyond its initial applications in cryptocurrency, the Tapscotts argue that a fully harnessed blockchain could eradicate expensive intermediaries and pave the way for a transparent financial ecosystem, untarnished by corruption and untraceable funds that currently afflict our world. Don Tapscott, an internationally acclaimed authority on innovation and economic transformation, has penned influential titles including Wikinomics and The Digital Economy. His insights are enriched by his son, Alex Tapscott, a former banking executive, bringing a practical, real-world understanding to this two-year investigative collaboration, resulting in Blockchain Revolution. This book is particularly suited for economic students eager to grasp the future of money and trade, readers seeking alternatives to traditional banking systems, and business professionals intrigued by the prospects of online trust. Join us as we explore how the blockchain could revolutionize not just our wallets, but our world. Blockchain Revolution: How the Technology Behind Bitcoin is Changing Money, Business, and the World. Introduction: Unlocking the Potential of Blockchain, a revolution that may redefine trust and ownership. Imagine a world where transactions between two individuals are completely secure, swift, and without the need for a mediating third party. That's the promise of blockchain, a technology that emerged from the ashes of the 2008 financial crisis, offering a new paradigm for managing money and data. The enigmatic Satoshi Nakamoto, whose true identity remains a mystery, unveiled Bitcoin to the world. But along with it came the groundbreaking framework of blockchain. This tale of digital evolution explains how blockchain goes beyond cryptocurrency. You'll discover the mechanics of how this technology forges trust on the internet and its potential to shake the foundations of traditional financial institutions and beyond. Through this narrative, you'll uncover how blockchain could render traditional banks obsolete, the misperception of Airbnb and Uber as true pillars of the sharing economy, the astonishing comparison that highlights the inefficiency of the banking system. Could sending a physical anvil to China be more efficient than wiring money? Part 1. Explore the secure, trust-building blockchain, a database beyond centralized control. Imagine trying to purchase a home without the reassurance of banks or legal notaries. It feels risky, doesn't it? That's because we have come to depend on intermediaries to validate transactions and assure the trustworthiness of all parties involved. These middlemen, like banks, governmental bodies, and more recently, platform companies such as Airbnb and Uber, act as arbiters of trust and proof of ownership. However, this trust is not infallible. History is littered with examples of failed banks and misused personal data. Enter the blockchain, poised as the marvel of modern technology, aiming to eliminate the need for these intermediaries on the internet, changing the game for transactions involving money or property. Think of blockchain as a ledger that no single entity owns, yet everyone participating in the network can trust. This decentralized database operates on transparency. Each transaction is meticulously time-stamped and chronologically added to a digital chain. What makes it revolutionary is that before a transaction is added, the majority must reach a consensus that it's valid and doesn't jeopardize the integrity of the system. Hackers? They've met their match. The blockchain's design means that any attempted deception is apparent to all, and modifications to past entries are not permissible. Unshackled from centralized control, blockchain creates an environment of immutable trust, making intermediaries as we know them potentially redundant. Part 2. A chain of impenetrable blocks: how blockchain maintains its integrity. You've likely heard the term, but might still be in the dark about what actually constitutes a blockchain. Imagine a digital ledger where each set of transactions is etched into a block. And each of these blocks is intricately connected to the last, forming a robust and unbreakable chain. This interlinking of blocks is no accident. It's the cornerstone of blockchain security. Envision miners, not with pickaxes but with computers, serving as the architects of new blocks. They bring forward new transactions that are verified and then chained to the past, protected by the unyielding links of their predecessors. These miners then broadcast their crafted blocks across a network, unleashing what's known as a consensus algorithm. This digital assembly line ensures that all nodes, or participants in the blockchain network, agree harmoniously on the block's validity. Thanks to these consensus-seeking algorithms, the blockchain is virtually tamper-resistant. One such algorithm standing guard is the proof of work. Akin to a digital Rubik's Cube, it forces miners to churn through complex mathematical challenges, requiring formidable computing power as proof of their legitimate contribution to the chain. Now consider the audacious task of trying to deceive this system. To manipulate a single block, you'd need to outpace the entire network and simultaneously solve these mathematical enigmas. The cost of such computational firepower alone puts such dishonest attempts firmly out of favor. It's simple economics. The enormous expenditure would not justify the ill-gotten gains. In essence, the blockchain's strength lies in this elegant harmony of economics and technology, ensuring that each block remains an indestructible part of an ever-lengthening chain. Part 3: Redefining Finance with Blockchain. Faster, cheaper, and open to all. Imagine sending money overseas. It seems logical to expect that sending a digital currency should be swift, perhaps as instant as sending an email. But surprisingly, a physical anvil could beat your digital $10 in a race from the United States to China. That's the reality of the traditional banking system, entangled in outdated technology and a labyrinth of intermediaries, each taking a piece of the pie and slowing down the process. The culprit behind these sluggish financial transactions? A chain of middlemen, including credit card companies, wire services, and investment firms, all adding their fees and layers of complexity to a system already struggling under the weight of old infrastructure. Yet, in the world of blockchain, the story unravels differently. Bitcoin, a well-known application of blockchain, demonstrates how money can shift hands globally in about 10 minutes, the time it takes to add another block to the digital chain, bypassing the tedious and costly checkpoints that bog down traditional banking transactions. Consider the fact that nearly 2.5 billion people worldwide have no access to banking, many living on less than $1 per day. The high costs and institutional complexity of conventional banks render them impractical for such small financial dealings. Blockchain, however, thrives in micropayments and can provide many vital banking services at minimal to no cost, breaking down financial barriers and potentially including everyone in the global economy. This inclusive edge of blockchain technology could be the key to unlocking the financial potential of the unbanked population. It merely requires an internet connection to join the blockchain network, an alternative to the banking system that's both approachable and efficient. Part 4: Blockchain, a tool for creating transparent contracts and fighting corruption. The impressive blockchain behind Bitcoin now staunchly guards over $16 billion in digital currency. But the real potential of blockchain technology stretches far beyond mere monetary transactions. Envision a system where land titles and intellectual property, like song rights, are recorded in secure blocks, accessible to everyone. Blockchain's transparency is a beacon of hope in places plagued by corruption, offering a public ledger that's virtually immune to bribery and fraud, something invaluable for nations grappling with these issues in property and government sectors. Consider that an overwhelming majority of people around the world possess land with no legally recognized claim. With blockchain, this could be a thing of the past. Exciting developments like Ethereum, a divergent blockchain specializing in contracts, are emerging. Here, the blocks don't just store transactions but house smart contracts, self executing codes that spring into action once certain conditions are met within the blockchain. Gone are the days of contract disputes or the struggle to enforce agreements. When a condition is satisfied, such as the sale of a property, payment is triggered automatically in Bitcoin, irrevocably etched into the blockchain. These smart contracts make light work of even the most complex deals, including those involving numerous investors with modest contributions. Without the need for intermediaries, blockchain makes it cost-effective to manage and distribute these small investments, ushering in a new era of efficiency and accuracy. A shining example is the DAO, an entirely blockchain-managed investment fund that has pooled an astonishing $168 million from 10,000 contributors without revealing their identities. Such a breakthrough illustrates how blockchain can revolutionize the way we handle transactions and contracts, paving the way for a more transparent and less corruptible future. Part 5. Blockchain. Empowering users with the choice between transparency and privacy. In today's digital age, privacy concerns are at the forefront of social discourse, with people increasingly conscious of who has access to their personal information. Blockchain technology may emerge as a key player in this arena, providing users the flexibility to adjust the privacy settings according to their needs. At the heart of blockchain's privacy management are cryptographic keys, a form of digital signature. These keys offer every individual control over their anonymity. An everyday person could opt for a unique signature for each transaction, maintaining privacy, while public entities like NGOs or governments could opt for a consistent, identifiable signature to uphold transparency in their financial dealings. Visualize a world where benevolent organizations don't just claim transparency, they prove it. Consider the devastating earthquake in Haiti and the subsequent donations to the Red Cross. Through blockchain's unalterable record, each donated dollar could have been tracked precisely, ensuring not a single cent went missing. Similarly, governments adopting blockchain could revolutionize how taxpayers view state spending, exposing the flow of public funds to public scrutiny. Yet beyond transparency, privacy finds a sanctuary in blockchain. Through customizable smart contracts, you can curate your digital footprint. You decide who sees what, managing access to your data on your terms. Found yourself on the side of the road with a cop demanding your ID? Temporary access to your records could be granted right then and there, all while preserving your ultimate control over personal information. And the possibilities don't end there. Your data, a commodity in its own right, could be leased to advertisers, donated to researchers, or kept strictly private. Blockchain isn't just redefining privacy, it's giving you the key to your own digital kingdom. Part 6. Blockchain. Paving the road for nimble business models and innovative revenue streams. Daunted by the prospect of bureaucratic red tape, many would-be entrepreneurs shelve their brilliant business concepts. However, with blockchain's entrance onto the scene, the path to launching and running a business could become considerably smoother. Imagine the potential for startups that can leverage blockchains and smart contracts to manage countless business functions, capital raising, payments, asset protection, and real-time auditing at the touch of a button. Such simplicity, paired with blockchain's inherent security, could embolden new ventures, particularly in regions where corruption is rife. An exciting consequence of adopting blockchain might be the rise in pay-per-use business models. Before blockchain, microtransaction fees were impractical due to the overhead costs. But now, with the ability to facilitate micropayments efficiently, content providers might soon charge by the minute or second for access to their material. Another transformative aspect of blockchain lies in how it could democratize the concept of the sharing economy. Despite claims by Uber and Airbnb to be pioneers of sharing, these companies are central authorities profiting from others' resources while retaining customer data. Instead, blockchain offers the blueprint for equivalent platforms that are faster, cheaper, more secure, and genuinely decentralized. The ripple effect of blockchain could enable us to share more than we ever thought possible, like your smartphone's unused processing power, your computer's spare storage, or the surplus energy from personal solar panels. With its potential to mobilize billions of people and integrate them into the global economy, blockchain is more than a technology, it's a revolution waiting to happen. Part 7. Embracing Blockchain's Future. Navigating Challenges with Emerging Solutions. With an ear to the ground on emerging technologies, the buzz around blockchain might have caught your attention. It does sound revolutionary, but naturally, you might question if there's a catch. Challenges do exist. Accessibility and understanding for the everyday person remains a significant hurdle. If blockchain's full potential is to be unleashed, widespread understanding and acceptance are crucial. Governmental inertia could pose another problem, with potential for sluggish or maladapted regulation. Worse yet, there's the dystopian possibility of governments repurposing blockchain to intensify surveillance on citizens. That's why it's imperative to empower the public with knowledge. No easy task, considering it involves rethinking our approach to common transactions and a bit of tech acumen. Then there's the concern about energy consumption. It's true. Bitcoin's blockchain devours around $100 million worth of electricity annually. Yet, this isn't unique to blockchain. All monetary systems, including the mining of precious metals and the upkeep of financial infrastructures, have their energy costs. And what of the workforce? Blockchain promises automation, which might supplant jobs currently filled by real people, particularly in areas such as accounting. Nevertheless, consider the potential. A reduction in corruption, enhanced governmental accountability, and the creation of a thriving environment for new enterprises may very well lead to a net gain in employment opportunities. Sure, the road to a blockchain-integrated economy has its bumps. But with each challenge comes a solution, paving the pathway to a future where such hindrances are but footnotes in the history of a transformative global economic system. Final summary. Blockchain stands at the forefront of a technological revolution, fundamentally altering how we transact, build businesses, and establish trust. It's not just about Bitcoin. Blockchain's real power lies in its ability to pass rights or assets between individuals securely without the costly and cumbersome involvement of traditional intermediaries. The promise of blockchain is vast, enabling impoverished populations to join the global marketplace, amplifying their economic power. It seeks to redefine the sharing economy, ensuring those who own the resources are the ones who reap the rewards, and that value is distributed fairly without excessive fees from central organizations. Moreover, blockchain's inherent transparency could significantly cut down corruption and fraud by keeping an immutable public record of transactions. It's not just a technological advancement, it's a social and economic leap forward, moving toward a world where trust is built into the system, doors are opened for the disenfranchised, and a truly equitable economy is within reach. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.